I'm now going to use the handpiece to clean around the gingival margins of the teeth and define them. I find this works best with a burr like a 560 Fisher burr. All I want to do is make a nice sharp margin between the tooth and the gingival margin of the flange. I want to make sure that there's no acrylic, no flange acrylic, no pink acrylic on the labial surface of the tooth, and that the tooth surfaces, the flange and the tooth, don't just kind of blend together. I want there to be a sharp division where the tissue ends and the tooth begins. Now you want to try to do this without damaging the tooth. So I'm doing this very lightly. Now in some cases you want to use a smaller burr for this, like a 557 or a 700 burr, if you have to get into a very restricted area. However, you have to be careful, because the smaller the burr that you use, the more likely that it's going to dig into the tooth. And instead of creating a smooth junction at the tooth, you're going to end up with a series of ripples where the very fine burr has dug into the labial or the lingual surface of the tooth. The slightly larger burr of the 560 gives you a better chance of giving a nice smooth shape to the tooth. I'm using only the very corner of the burr. So I'm using only the tip of the burr, this 90-degree corner, to do the trimming. So I'm holding the burr at a very slight angle to the tooth. For the lingual surface of the anteriors, I want to use a round burr, or a more rounded burr than the 560. The small pear burr, which is used on crown and bridge margins, works well. Also, a burr shaped like this can do this job, or just simply a round burr. What I want to do is clear the lingual of the tooth, but in this case I don't want to create a ledge. I just want to smooth the acrylic together. Ideally, the teeth should be exposed right to their cingulums. Now we'll do the same on the upper. The lingual of the maxillary anteriors here. I've left the burr projecting from the collet more than I normally would to allow me to reach more easily the areas that I need to trim. So I've given the dentures a basic shape with the bench lathe and then cleaned around the teeth with the handpiece. Now I'm going to go back to the bench lathe and give the dentures some texture and anatomy.